Good morning. It's a nice day today. It's kind of gray, no rain. A lot of ice underneath my feet, but it's cool. Actually, I've been thinking a lot since yesterday's video as I talked about moods, and I still am like thinking about some of my grumpiest of moods. So emotionally just silly at those times when I get overwhelmed. But I started to think about a topic that I've looked into and read about a lot over the years, and it really is like having a positive mental attitude. And it's always funny because historically, anytime as I think back about people talking about positive mental attitude, at least those people who weren't bought into it, I just remember the ridicule and how they're like, oh yeah, think positive and everything will be fine, and they all make fun of it. And it used to, because I embraced the idea of positive thinking, it used to make me angry when I'd hear people make fun of it. And I think the reason that it made me angry is because I was afraid that they might be correct. And maybe this positive thinking stuff was hooey, because my life certainly wasn't advancing in the direction of upward trajectory as fast as I wanted it to. So, but yeah, I think, when you think about, I talked yesterday a lot about it, but we attach meaning to any event that happens. It's just an event that happens, a random thing. And then we say this good, this bad, whatever it happens to be. But if you have a tendency to be more of a positive person, and there's a higher likelihood that you're going to find the silver lining. You'll be able to say, yeah, this wasn't the best for my cause, but it does open up this other area of opportunity. Whereas if you tend to be a person who is more negative and leans more in that direction, then you may see the same event happen and quickly come to the conclusion that because this happened, all these other bad things are going to happen and everything's going to blow up and the business is going to be done. And it doesn't have to be that dramatic, but there are people, if you think about a spectrum, right? Some people on the far left spectrum who are not politically, I don't want to get into political discussion, but people that are far left on that spectrum who are very optimistic, they're very positive, everything they see, they tend to be able to turn, like lemons into lemonade. And then on the other side of the spectrum, you've got people who have more of a negative drive, and it's always going to be the worst case scenario. And then there's a lot of area in between. So not everybody is one or the other, but you do have a tendency to lean in one direction. In fact, I can recall, I think it was actually, in 2014, at Mindscape, we entered into kind of a period in the beginning where the culture felt like it lost a little bit of its luster, and we felt like there was, a lot of people unhappy or complaining about different things that were happening. And so one of the things that we implemented as a leadership team, in fact, I think Rebecca Blanchard came up with the idea. She was recently appointed to our leadership team back then, but we had a new award that we created, which is called the UROC Award. And the UROC Award was a white landscape rock that I went and got down at the neighborhood landscape supply company. I got this big rock, and I put a giant vinyl U on it, and we implemented a thing within Mindscape, whereas if you saw somebody living up to the company values, you could nominate them, and then at the end of the year, or something happened, that they did that was great, but at the end of the month, whoever got nominated, we would have the rest of the team vote for them, and then the person who got the nomination would get $100, and one of the people that nominated somebody would get $100. So we did that in the beginning, where we greased the both sides of the wheel to make sure that we had willing participants, and that there actually was some prestige and some reward for those who had gone above and beyond. And we did that solely for the intention of trying to help people look for the positive intentionally throughout the day. And yes, there was a carrot at the end of it, right? But it's so easy. We can find negative stuff, and we can find positive stuff just as easily. It depends on the way in which we look at it. So I believe there are different behaviors that you can take to train yourself to find more positive and move more over on that spectrum in the direction of being more of a positive thinker, because it just makes things so much easier when you have positive expectations instead of waiting for the other shoe to drop. But the quality of your life can improve massively if you move more in that correct direction. And it also can really suck pretty bad if you move more toward the negative. So I just think it's something to be really conscious of. I know in my next 50 years, that is going to be, priority one is look at the good, find that silver lining, capitalize on all of those great potential things out there that exist for me. And I think it's going to be exciting, but I love it. That's it for today. I'm going to keep on hiking in a brand new way to try to not fall on the ice, and I'll see you again next time. Bye.